Hello students, hope you all are doing well. Today, in this video, we will learn about the chapter Control and Coordination. In this chapter, we will learn number 1, control and coordination in animals and control and coordination in human being. So first we start with the topic control and coordination in animals. So here nervous system and this control and coordination in animals, basically it consists of nervous system and the endocrine system. So in animals, the nervous system and the hormonal system, these two systems are responsible for control and coordination. So basically you have to learn here two words, that is this control and coordination in animals can be done by with the help of two systems, that is nervous system and the hormonal system. Then what is receptors? Receptors are the specialized Receptors are the specialized tips of the nerve fibers that collect the information to be conducted by the nerves. And these receptors are, where these receptors are basically present, it is present in the sense organs of the animals. So here you have to learn different kind of receptors and their function. So first one is phonoreceptor. Where these receptors are present? So these are present in inner ear and their main function are hearing and balance of the body. Number 2 is photoreceptor. These are present in the eyes and their function are, these are responsible for visual stimulus. Third one is thermoreceptors. That means where it is present. These are present in our skin. And these receptors are responsible for pain, touch, and heat stimuli. So these receptors are also known as thermoreceptors. So here we have to first of all learn phono. Phono means sound. So where it is present? Inside our inner ear, and their main functions are hearing and balance of the body. Next one is photoreceptor. These are present in the eyes. Thermoreceptor, these are present in the skin and it is responsible for pain, touch and heat stimuli. Next one is olfactory receptors, and these are present in our nose, and these receptors receive smell. It is very important. Next one is gustatory receptors. These are present in our tongue and these helps in taste detection. So altogether you have to learn how many receptor? 5. First one is phonoreceptor. Again I am repeating, these are present in the inner ear, responsible for hearing and balance of the body. Number 2 is photoreceptor, present in the eyes and responsible for visual stimulus. Thermoreceptors, these are present in our skin and their function or responsible for pain, touch and heat. Olfactory receptor, sometimes question is asked where it is present. Olfactory receptors, these are present in nose and their function to receive smell, and the same way gustatory receptor, these are present in the tongue and these help in taste detection. It is very important, this olfactory and gustatory receptor. Please, you have to underline it and learn it. Clear it? Come to the next topic, that is our nervous system. So this nervous system basically composed of different kind of specialized tissue, and it is made up of which tissue? Nerve tissue, or we call the nervous tissue. Which one we call the nervous tissue? That is the neuron or the nerve cell. So the structural and functional unit of this nervous system is called the neuron. So the nerve cell or neuron is the functional unit of the nervous system. It is the nervous system which is mainly responsible for control and coordination in higher group of animals. Remember, this nerve cell, or we also call it as sorry, we also call it as neuron, which is responsible for control and coordination in higher group of animals. So, what is the function of this nervous system? Number one, this nervous system is to receive the information from the environment, to receive the information from the various body parts, and when they receive this information, according to that, they act according to through muscles and glands. So this is the function of nervous system. So first, nervous system, what point you have to remember? Always remember point wise. Okay, and you have to prepare your notes point wise only. So nervous system is composed of specialized tissue, and this specialized tissue is nervous tissue, and that is made up of group of cell, group of tissue, that is the nerve cell or the neuron. So this nerve cell or neuron is the functional unit of the nervous system, and it is the nervous system which is mainly responsible for control and coordination in complex animals. Okay. Next, first of all, so here the structural and functional unit of nervous system is neuron. So now we have to learn the detailed structure of neuron. So which thing here you have to learn? First of all, what is neuron? Number two, different parts of the neuron. And third thing, their function, as well as well labeled diagram you have to practice. Okay. So neuron is the structural and functional unit of nervous system, and it is very highly specialized cell, and which is responsible for the transmission of nerve impulse. Through this nerve cell only, there the transmission of the impulse information, they pass the information as well as they receive the information from the nerve impulse. And this neuron consists of how many parts? There are basically three parts: cell body, or we also call it as cyton. Number two is dendrite. Third one is axon. And next part we also call it as a myelin sheath or the nerve ending. So these are the various part of neuron. So first we start with the cyton or the cell body. So this cyton or cell body, basically it is broad rounded structure neuron that contain a central nucleus. If you see the diagram, just I am showing you the diagram. Okay, so this is the complete structure of the neuron. If you see here, this neuron is basically it's contained in the central nucleus is there. They have the abundant cytoplasm with various cell organelles except centriole. So in this cell body or cytone, they in the center nucleus is present, which is filled with the cytoplasm, and here centriole is absent. So in cytone or cell body, if you see in the diagram, in the center nucleus is present. This is the first thing. Then in the cell body, abundant cytoplasm are there, and this, if you see here, this cytoplasm, this cytone or the cell body have the branch structure, star shaped branch structure, and at the tip of the cell body or the cytone there is a branch structure that we call the dendrite, and this is very important. So this dendrite, they are fine, short, branched structure of the cell body. What is their function? This dendrite, they pick up sensation, okay, or stimulus, and transmit the same to the cell body. So basically this dendrite, they receive the stimulus, okay, and it pass to the cell body, and then this dendrite, it contain Nissls granules and the neurofibrils. So first thing that you have to learn here is the cell body or the cytone. So the cell body or cytone is somewhat a star shaped with many hair-like structure. And these hair-like structure, already I said what we call it as dendrite. And dendrite receive their main function. Dendrite receive nerve impulses. Here questions is asked, in nerve cell or neuron, which part of the neuron or nerve cell receive impulse? Your answer should be your answer should be dendrite. So in cytone or cell body, dendrite is there, and this dendrite receive the nerve impulse and it passes to the cell body, and from there it passes to the axon. So next part is axon. This is the tail of the neuron. It is a long fiber like cytoplasmic process, and basically it carry impulse away from the cell body and it's passed to the nerve ending. So it ends in several hair-like structure that we call the axon terminals, where it's end at the axon terminal, and the axon terminals, they relay nerve impulses. So first part of the neuron is the cell body or the cytone, that is the star-shaped branched structure. Again I am repeating, which contain nucleus, cytoplasm, Nissls granules, and at the tip of the cytoplasm there is the branch like a structure that we call the dendrite, and this dendrite receives nerve impulse. Then this axon, it is a long elongated structure which carry impulse from cell body to the nerve ending. Next part, if you see, it is a myelin sheath. If you see the diagram, here it is mentioned, there is an insulator that cover around the axon, and this is called the myelin sheath, and they act as a insulator. Okay, so this myelin sheath, if you can see, you can see in the diagram, it's basically cover this axon, so they act as a insulator. So up to this topic, first thing that you have to learn, different kind of receptors, okay, then where it is present in our body and their function. Number two, structural and functional unit of this nervous system is the neuron. So complete structure diagram of this neuron, their different part, that is cell body or cytone, dendrite, axon, nerve ending, and the myelin sheath. There are different kind of neurons are there. Sensory neurons, motor neuron, and the relay neuron. We also call it as mixed neuron. Okay. So first thing is sensory neurons. So these neurons, they receive signals where from the sense organs. These neurons, they receive the signals from the sense organ and it pass to the brain. And motor neurons, these neurons send signal to a muscle or a gland. So in sensory neuron, what happened? These receive the signals or the stimulus from the sensory organs and bring to the brain. So whatever the stimuli, whatever the information, signals they receive by the different sense organ, it pass to the brain. And motor neurons, these neurons set the signal from brain to the different muscles or gland. Next one is association or called the relay neuron. These neurons relay the signals between the sensory neurons and the motor neurons. Basically this relay neuron, they pass the information, impulse, signals between these two neurons, that is sensory neurons and motor neurons. Next, if you see, there is a small gap. Next, this term is new for you, that is synapse. So the point between the terminal branches of axon of one neuron with the dendrite of another neuron is called synapse. In a simple, very simple way, you have to learn what is synapse. It is a small gap between two neurons. Already I said this nerve cell is long, elongated and branched. Why it is long, elongated and branched? Because they have to receive the information impulse, and it passed to the different various part of our body. Okay, so various part of our body, that's why it is long and elongated. So it's from a chain like structure. So one neuron, they have the cell body axon and with the nerve ending, and then there is presence of the next neuron. So between these two neuron there is a small gap, and this small gap between two neuron we call the synapse. Next we have neuromuscular junction. So this neuromuscular junction is the point where a muscle fiber comes in contact. Muscle fiber comes in contact with a motor neuron that carrying nerve impulse from the control nervous system, which carry the impulse with a motor neuron. So this neuromuscular junction is the point where a muscle fiber come in contact with the which neuron? Motor neuron. Okay, and carry the nerve impulse from the center, control the nervous system. So how this nerve impulse? It's transmission, it's travel from one neuron to the another. Already I said between the two neuron there's small gap is there. This is small gap we call the synapse. So how there's transmission of the nerve impulse? Because whatever the information message, these nerve impulse, it's carried from one part of the body to the another part in the form of electrical impulse. Okay, so how this nerve impulse travel from one neuron to the next? So first thing that you have to remember, these nerve impulse, first of all, it received by dendrite of the neuron. Already I said this dendrite is a branch-like structure which is present at the tip of the cell body. So first dendrite, they receive the impulse, okay, from the stimuli. Then it passed to the cell body. From the cell body it passed to the axon, and then it's come at the nerve ending at the tip of the axon. And then from the tip of the axon nerve ending it passed to the next neuron through synapse. Okay, through synapse of the next dendrite of neuron. And at the tip of this nerve ending there is a chemical substance which is released from the axon tip. So this chemical released from the axon tip of one neuron, and this chemical help in the transmission of impulse from one neuron to the next through neuromuscular junction to reach to the next cell. Again I am repeating, very important, transmission of nerve impulse. First question, which part of the nerve cell they receive the impulse? Your answer should be what? Dendrite. From the dendrite where it pass? Cell body. From the cell body, axon. Then the nerve ending. And at the tip of the nerve ending, they release some chemical substance. And this chemical substance help in the transmission of impulse from one neuron to the another neuron and through the neuromuscular junction. Clear? And this gap between these two neurons, again I am repeating, what we call? It is called the synapse. Okay, so for today you have to learn and prepare your notes. Number 1, control and coordination in animals. Under this topic you have to learn different kind of receptor, the structure of the neuron, their function with diagram, as well as transmission of the nerve impulse. Okay.